Very few creatures on Earth are capable of taking hyenas and leopards on. But not only are pythons willing to defend against these bloodthirsty creatures, but they're willing to attack and hunt them as well, which is exactly what we're about to see in this video. So, come on, let's go. A truly unfortunate baby impala found itself trapped between two bloodthirsty predators here, and there was nothing that the poor little creature could do to defend itself against them. The helpless little newborn was first attacked by a giant python that was trying to swallow it whole. But as the cold-blooded monster was trying to suffocate it to death, a starving hyena saw what was happening and it decided to snatch the little baby away. The terrified python knew that it was no match for the salivating beast, but it didn't want to let go of the meal that it worked so hard to secure. The greedy hyena had to carry the dead baby impala's corpse with the hungry snake still latching onto it, at first. Finally, the agitated hyena put the little impala's corpse down to give the vicious snake a final chance to leave. And the terror-stricken reptile got the message loud and clear. It decided to slither away before the angry predator tore it to shreds. A black leopard had the misfortune of running into a gigantic python here, and as soon as the oblivious big cat was close enough, the massively big serpent lunged at it and was able to grab it in its deadly jaw. A vicious fight then ensued between the two, and despite the ill-fated black leopard being one of the most dangerous predators in the jungle, it was completely helpless against the bloodthirsty giant snake. No matter how hard the terror-stricken big cat tried to break free of the hungry snake's deadly grip, the cold-blooded reptile was always one step ahead of its unfortunate prey. It ended up completely paralyzing it and suffocating it to death in the end. It is truly astonishing how big these crawling monsters can get, and the fact that they can defeat predators as big and dangerous as leopards proves that they are not to be messed with. You guys won't believe what happened here. As you can all see, there are 3 dead lioness corpses lying on the ground here. But can you guess how they died? Go ahead, I'll wait. If your guess was that they were poisoned, then your guess was right. But do you know what poisoned them? Apparently, these foolish big cats happened to stumble upon a very venomous snake as they were searching for food. And just as usual, the greedy big cats decided to attack the snake without even giving it a second thought, and the terrified predator ended up biting all of them. The ill-fated big cats did succeed in killing the snake, of course, and they ended up eating it too. But a few hours after they did so, all 3 of the greedy predators ended up dying as a result of getting bit by the vicious snake. Gives a whole new meaning to just desserts. This gigantic white tiger caught a glimpse of something moving nearby, and it decided to investigate what it was. The massively big tiger was surprised to find out that it was a cobra snake, and even though it knew exactly what the vicious serpent was capable of, the curious big cat decided to risk it all and attack the malicious reptile. The much bigger tiger was, of course, much stronger than the comparably tiny snake, but the cold-blooded cobra was able to bite the giant tiger as soon as it began attacking it. The stubborn cobra was very easily killed by the big hungry cat, but not too long after that, the malicious tiger ended up dying as a result of the venomous snake's bite. The careless tiger should have never approached the deadly snake, and it should have kept its distance and left it alone. But as we all know, curiosity killed the cat. Quite literally this time. A gigantic python was the target here, and a crazy leopard was the one doing the hunting. The vicious snake was an absolutely massive one, but that didn't stop the starving leopard from messing with it and trying to hunt it. The bloodthirsty big cat spotted the giant snake nearby, and its first instinct was to attack it, and it did so without even giving it a second thought. The greedy leopard knew that this wasn't an ordinary snake, and that it was more than capable of killing the big cat if it wanted to. The cautious feline decided to grab it by the tail to avoid having to deal with its deadly attacks. The hungry leopard bit the massively big snake's tail and then tried to drag it away, but the terror-stricken python was quick to turn around, and it lunged at the bloodthirsty leopard and tried to bite its face in order to grab it and wrap itself around its body to squeeze it to death. The leopard's reaction was much faster, as you can all see, and it was able to smack the giant snake on the head and stop its attack. Finally, the hungry leopard realized that it wasn't going to be able to kill the massive snake without it getting hurt too, and it decided to look for a less deadly prey to eat. A nightmarish-looking giant python was filmed stalking an oblivious buck that had no idea that it was even there, and if it wasn't for luck, the unsuspecting buck would be dead by now. The massively big snake was hiding on top of a tree, and it spotted the buck eating on the ground. It just couldn't wait to suffocate the poor creature and swallow it whole. The giant snake started crawling down very slowly and very carefully, not to alert the oblivious beast. And as soon as it reached the ground, the cold-blooded reptile began approaching the oblivious buck very silently. As I said, the buck had no idea that the massive snake was even there, but it could sense that there was something wrong or someone watching it, and it decided to move away. The gigantic python was too big to try and move towards the hungry buck without it noticing it, and it knew it. The python decided to wait for the buck to come back instead, but the wary buck never did. The giant snake had to climb back up the tree, carrying only the weight of its disappointment. A truly vicious fight broke out between a leopard and a massively big python here after the protective leopard mom noticed its presence. The hungry python was absolutely huge, and as soon as the leopard saw it, it knew that it was going to try and attack its cubs if it didn't attack it first. The poor leopard was absolutely terrified of the giant snake, as just about any other animal would be, but it had no choice but to attack it in order to protect its newborn cubs and force the massive python to relocate to another area outside of the leopard's territory, away from its cubs. Both the angry leopard mom and the greedy snake were giving it their all, but unfortunately for all of us, the short clip ended too soon and we didn't get to see who won the fight in the end. Two hyenas were walking down the road here, and they were surprised to stumble upon a massively big python. The two bloodthirsty predators had no idea how to react or what to do, but one of them was curious enough to approach the giant reptile, and it was about to pay a very heavy price for the foolish mistake. The cold-blooded killer lunged at the hyena, and it tried to sink its massive fangs into its flesh, but the hyena was lucky enough to dodge its sneaky attack at the last minute.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please turn on your notification bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.